Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who do not know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today I'm going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette with this palette right here. This is the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker Palette. And this is what it looks like in case for whatever reason you have not seen it. I'm super excited to share with you guys the 3 looks that I come up with using this palette. I'm really kind of inspired by just the overall color story and really kind of happy I own this palette. I will give more of a kind of in-depth kind of thought process after kind of playing around with this and doing 3 looks. I've used it a few times on camera as well as off camera. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into those looks, so continue watching. The first shade I'm going to go in with is the navy blue shade Delicious, and I'm taking this on a detailed brush. I'm placing it right into my crease, and I know that this is a different place for me to start. Also, I'm not worried about it being so messy because later on I am going to blend it out. So essentially what I'm doing is kind of creating the shape of my eye by winging it out and meeting it with my crease, and just kind of deepening and getting as much pigment on there as I need, just because this shade is a little bit difficult to work with in terms of getting it to show up the way that I wanted it to. So I'm just kind of working with it. Also, my base is the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in Halo. So it is a wet sticky base. Then I go in with the shade Brain Freeze, this baby blue or pale blue shade. And I'm taking that on a fluffy brush and I'm just kind of blending it just above my crease and kind of using it to blend out the shade Delicious. And this is going to be a blend it out, go back in, and kind of deepen that shade Delicious up again just because it went away rather quickly. So that's what I'm doing here. I have more of that on that detailed brush and I'm just kind of going over it again, just to make sure that it's as impactful as I want when I go in and place the rest of the shadows on my eye. I'm also kind of filling in that winged portion with Delicious as well. Now I'm going back in with Brain Freeze and blending again. Again, this is just to kind of blend everything together and make sure that everything is neatly blended. And now, again, going in with Delicious. It is a very much a back and forth kind of a thing. I'd kind of rather it be that way than just build it up and blend it out. The next shade I go into is Bite Me. And I'm taking this on a flat kind of shader brush and I'm placing this right next to the shade Delicious and all over my lid. I like this kind of dark purple with the blues. It kind of played nicely together. And that's why I chose that shade. It's funny because when I was first going in to kind of decide what I was doing with this eye look, I was like, you know, I want to do something a little different. I want to do winged out eyeshadow, which is not something I typically do. I've been kind of playing with the shape of my eyeshadow a lot more lately, and so I thought I would share it with you on camera. So yes, I'm just filling in the rest of my lid on both sides of my eyes with that Bite Me shade. Also, I'm sorry that I'm down halfway. I kind of got way too close to the camera when I was filming this, so I apologize. We're working on that. Then I go in with the Covergirl Peacock Flare Mascara. And by the time you guys are seeing this, I believe I am no longer using this mascara. You'll see it in a few more videos, but it is completed. Finally. Yay! Then I'm going in with the Inglot Gel Eyeliner. This is the green one. I will have all of the products listed down below. And I'm placing that in my waterline. I kind of went with this kind of like peacocky vibe for this look, but not overly done. And I'm using the shade Sour to set that. The one thing about this palette I wish is that there were more greens. there's only one green in the entire palette, and it kind of, I wish there was like one a little darker. There's several blues and oranges and reds, but not many greens, and it kind of bugs me. Then I take the shade Lemon Drop and I place that right into my inner corner. This is one of my favorite inner corner shades. I think it works beautifully as an inner corner shade. I don't know. It's just like the perfect goldy yellow for the inner corner, and it's so bright. It's beautiful. Then I'm going to go in with the colored Raine lipstick in Arabian Nights. This is a beautiful purple lipstick. This lipstick, however, side note, is very kind of hard to work with, but hey, I made it work. It's a purple lipstick. I don't know what I was expecting. Well, here's the final look. You will have to let me know what you think down below. Did you like this look? Would you have done it differently? Would you have picked different shades? Let me know what you think. And then we're going to move on to the next look here in just a moment. This next look, we're going to take the shade Duck. Yes, that's what I'm calling it. It is that kind of pinky orange shade. On camera, or on me, it at least looks like a very bright pink. But in the pan, it looks more like a neon orange than it does a neon pink, in my opinion. But it's coming off as a very kind of neon-y pink. And I'm just kind of taking that in and above my crease and using a rather big fluffy brush to kind of pack that on and blend it out onto both of my eyes. I do really like this color though. I think it's one of my favorites in the entire palette. It is just so pretty. Then we're going to go in with the shade Bubblegum, and I'm going to place this directly into my crease. And I did this because I kind of wanted it to tone down that duck shade. It's so pretty. And I think it deepens it and kind of tones it down in terms of vibrancy. It's not so like, wham, I'm wearing neon on my eyes, which is kind of what I was hoping not to do. But, you know, when you start off with a very neon-y shade, that's kind of what tends to happen. But I'm just going in and just blending everything together. Then I'm going to take the shade Raspberry, which I don't know if you guys can see it on there, but it has a little bit of hard pan. And I'm not quite sure what from. I can't remember what I did, but I'm taking this on the outer corner of my eye and just slightly into my crease to kind of deepen it up. I'm using an angled Luxie brush, one of my all-time favorite little brushes that I have. And I'm just placing that again on the outer corner and into my eye, but I don't know, since it had hard pan, I had to keep dipping into it. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this with this matte shade, but I don't remember ever using a wet brush on it or whatever. I swatched it a couple times. It could have been from my fingers, but I just find it odd that it has hard pan. Then I'm just kind of blending everything together with that same brush that I've been using. Next, I go into the shade Cotton Candy, and I'm going to place this all over my lid. I love this pink kind of look. These next couple of looks, by the way, are more monochromatic. I didn't mean for them to be that way. They just kind of ended up being that way, but I really like how they turned out. They're kind of monochromatic with a twist. Also, Fallout City. Fallout City. And that's because I did not spray the shimmers this time. I don't know. I just kind of went right in with it. So no, I did not spray them. Then I take the shade Snack, which is this very pretty pink, and I place that kind of over like the inner corner and up of my eye. And it worked really well on that eye, but then I had a little bit of a struggle with this eye, and I'm not quite sure why or what the difference in that specific region of my eyes is on each of them, but hey, you know, I made it work. You know, you gotta work and struggle a bit. The next shade I go into is Suck, which is this very vibrant orange, and I'm placing this right into my inner corner. I don't know, I looked at it and I was like, you know, this needs to go on my inner corner. I just kind of wanted to play with oranges and pinks, I guess, with this look, and so I did. And again, right in the inner corner. And I really like how it turned out. Then here I am again using that same mascara I always use. I can honestly say I don't think I would ever repurchase this mascara. It's not a bad mascara. I'm just so tired of using it right now. I can't say never though. It could end up in the future me purchasing a mascara. Then I go into the shade Cherry Wet, and I'm taking that right onto my waterline and just below it onto the lash line as well, to kind of give myself that kind of sickly red look underneath the eyes. I do this in another look and I'm like, I don't know, I like it. I like it a lot. So, and it looks really good with the pink and the orange, and it blends kind of nicely into that orange shade. So it kind of helps tie everything together. And I do really like how it turned out with the shades and things that I picked. Then I go into the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Pinwheel. I do apologize, this lip is no longer available on the Colourpop website, but I do really like it. You could also use a different kind of hot pink lipstick that you have. You guys will have to let me know what you think of this look down below as well. This is one of my favorites. I don't know, I love when I wear kind of pinky purpley looks anyway. The first shade I'm going to use is Wow, and I'm going to take that right in and above my crease. I'm using a rather large kind of fluffy brush here to kind of pack it on and blend it out all at the same time. So if you notice, I go with packing motions and windshield wipe motions just to kind of make everything work together and be super, super happy. I wish this yellow was a little bit more pigmented. It's not quite as pigmented as I want it. It works for what I do with this look, but I want it more pigmented. Then I go into this shade Duck, and I'm actually taking this on a pointed blender brush just because I'm trying to place it like right into my crease. It does go a little bit above my crease, but mostly I was wanting it in my crease. You know, I tried. I was going a little too quickly with this look. I got kind of tired of sitting. I don't know, I was having a moment. And I was really tired on the day I filmed this one. Then I go in with that same brush that had a Wow on it, and I use that to kind of blend everything together. Blend, blend, blend. Then I go into Suck, and I place that on the outer corner of my eye and into my crease to just kind of brighten and deepen everything up. I really have been liking wearing orange eyeshadows lately. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I've been wearing a lot of them lately. And I'm just kind of blending everything together there, making sure everything's happy and nicely married together. Then I take the shade Orange Juice and I place that all over my lid. This is a very beautiful kind of shade. I also wanted to mention that I did fight the urge to stick Lemon Drop in my inner corner because that was really something that would have happened. Oh look, me using that mascara again. You're welcome. You're welcome for all of the times I use this mascara. I don't cut it out because I don't feel like it. Then this is the Inglot eyeliner. It's the yellow one. I think it's like number 84 or something like that. It'll be listed down below. And I'm just placing this right into my waterline. Yeah. Then I go into the shade And What. I mostly went into this shade because as I was filming this, I was kind of looking at it and I was like, you know, I really want to use that somewhere. And I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, lower lash line. It's going on the lower lash line. And I really do like kind of how it turned out with putting it on the lower lash line. It gives it kind of a little bit more depth, but also kind of gives me that sickly vibe. Then I go into the shade Cute, and I pop this into my inner corner. I thought it would be nice to kind of do a shade that matched the shirt I was wearing. And I was like, you know what? That looks really good with orange. And so I kind of just popped it on because orange and blue look really good together anyway. But I did have to build this up quite a bit. It's kind of a more pastel-y shade. And it just wasn't getting as impactful as I wanted it to on my eyes here. But eventually I got it to where I wanted it to be. And then I go into the shade Jawbreaker, which I just like to use this shade over the top of other shades. I don't really like it on its own. I think it would be a beautiful highlighter. Like if I had a bigger pan of it, I'd be using it as highlighter all the time. I do occasionally dip in and use it as highlighter, but not all the time. I like to use it as a transformer shade on my eyes. Then I go into the Colored Raine Liquid Lipstick in Spiked Punch. You guys, I think this is my new favorite orange lipstick, and I can't wait till the fall because I think, I know I'm going to be wearing it all the time because it's such a pretty shade. Well, you guys will have to let me know what you think of this look down below. I'm super excited to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching those 3 looks. You will have to let me know which one is your favorite down below. My overall thoughts are I overall like this palette quite a bit. I do wish that this was a little more pigmented. It gave me some trouble. The mattes are very powdery. The shimmers are very nice. I'm overall very happy with this palette and kind of glad that I was given the opportunity to try a Jeffree Star product, even though I am not his biggest fan or anything by any means, but I am pretty happy with this palette. I do have a few shades that I want to play with a bit more just to kind of fill them out a bit more, but overall I do like this palette. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, leave a comment down below if you would like to chat with me, and overall I do hope you have a beautiful, wonderful night wherever you are in this world. Thank you again, and bye!